everyone. So for this video, I'm going to be doing a first time mom Q&A with Oakley here. And he's already 2 months old. He's just rocking his little giraffe jammies. You want to show everybody your jammies? Show everybody your new jammies. I got pregnant with him in September. It was a month before my birthday. So I was 24 years old at the time, and I had him at 25 in June. Yes, eventually I want one more baby of my own, and then I do also want to adopt one as well. I would say a good age gap that I would like to do is I want to wait till he's like 3 years old, so I would say 3 years would be a good age gap in between. I just want him to be potty trained and everything first, and then spend a few years with him just before we have another baby. A good piece of advice I could give to a first-time mom would be, if you do want to breastfeed, don't give up. It is very hard to do it at first, but I would definitely keep trying if that's something you really want to do, because it will be worth it in the end. Also, after you have your baby and you come home from the hospital or birth center, wherever you birth your baby, I would recommend having a close friend or family member at your house with you, staying like a week or two, just to help cook and help with things around the house, because you're not really supposed to do too much after you have a baby, and it can be very tiring for your partner to do it as well. So I would definitely recommend to have someone there to help you. The hardest thing for me is just not getting enough sleep at night. I'm used to getting 7 or 8 hours of sleep at night at a time, and now I'm up every 2 to 3 hours, so it is kind of hard, but you will get used to it eventually. So if you're a first-time mom just starting out, you just brought your baby home, you will sleep longer again, I promise. It does take some time for your body to adjust though, so I would definitely recommend sleeping when the baby sleeps, even though it is hard, so definitely get those naps in during the day. The most rewarding thing about becoming a mother for me is just having someone that's half you and half the person you love. I think it's amazing that you can create a little human like that. It's like experiencing life all over again. I get to kind of relive some of the things I did as a kid that I want to take him to do. And just watching him grow up, it's amazing. I just want to take him and show him the world and just create memories with him. His first outing was to a doctor's appointment. We haven't really brought him out too much yet, just because I want to wait till his immune system builds up a little bit more. But we've just gone to our family's house, seen friends, and we've taken him to his doctor's appointments and my doctor's appointments. But we've gone on plenty of car rides. We take him to the car wash. He loves going through the car wash. So we do that, and we take him to go through drive-thru to get food, things like that. But next month we'll start taking him places and doing more. And one of the first places I actually want to take him to is the beach, but we're waiting till it gets a little bit cooler out, just because has been super hot here. So in October we're definitely going to try to take him to the beach when it cools down. I would say my favorite time of the day with him would be bath time. Just when we can kind of relax and unwind. I love doing that with him. It's a good bonding time, and he loves his baths. At first he hated his baths, but now he's starting to love them. I would give a good piece of advice to any new mom. If you're gonna start bath time, start by splashing water in their face and just running it down their face, just so they can get used to that. Otherwise, if you don't do that, they're never gonna get used to it, and they might always scream when that happens. So we started that shortly after we brought him home, and now he doesn't have a problem with it at all. He actually loves the water. So just seeing everything with a new perspective, putting my son before everything and everyone. I don't really worry too much now about going to hang out with my friends. I still do see them, but sometimes I'd rather just hang out with him instead and spend some time with him, creating memories with him and my family. It's actually kind of funny thinking about that, but becoming a mom does change you for the better. Something becoming a mother has taught me is unconditional love. And the things that I thought mattered before don't really matter. And he's what's most important in life. Learn what's most important when you become a mom. The hardest thing about being pregnant for 9 months was not eating the food that I wanted to, because when you are pregnant, you are on a strict diet from your doctor, so you can't eat everything that you normally ate before or you would want to, or have to cut back. I'm really big on seafood, so I did have to cut back on a lot of that when I was pregnant with him. and also being super tired all the time for no reason. His almost baby name was gonna be Hunter, but I wanted something unique, so I wanted Oakley. But if we had a girl, like before we knew what the gender was and everything, if we had a girl, I wanted her name to be Riverlyn. When we first brought him home, I was sleeping about 2 hours at a time just because he was eating about every 2 hours. But now that he's 2 months old and going a little bit longer between feedings, I usually get about 3 to 4 hours of sleep at a time at nights. Eventually I'll get 8 hours again, but he does eat every 3 to 4 hours currently, So Dixie has actually done amazing with Oakley. They're gonna be best friends when they're older, I know it. At first, when we brought him home, we were a little afraid that she was gonna jump on him just because she is a hyper dog. But she actually hasn't ever jumped on him or gotten too hyper around him, which is really good. I thought it was going to be, but it's really all about mindset. I feel like if you go into labor thinking it's going to be scary, then it is. But if you go in with a positive attitude, then it's really not so bad. My experience was actually pretty good and it was amazing and it wasn't really scary at all. The best piece of advice I can give to him is every day, just be better than you were the day before and be your best self. And overall, just be a kind person and be nice to everybody. That's the best piece of advice I can give you. Alright, so that is it for this first time mom Q&A. I hope you enjoyed, and Oakley and I will see you in the next video.